kind of cameras what this was or what it was in his infancy, really in its infancy. During the course of that, I don't know how or it came about. I only know that Sammy, one day we were in a conversation about something. He says, "Man, come on the road with us." It's that simple. Just that simple. And there started the whole new life for us both.
So what was the first job that you went on with Sammy?
The the Flamingo, I want to say hotel, the Flamingo in Fort Lee, New Jersey, owned by the same man that owned it in Las Vegas. Tony Martin was the star of the show. Sammy was the opening act.
And at this point, was Sammy dancing, just dancing, or was he singing?
Good question. Good question, because I want to bring out something nobody would ever think about things like this. See, you're stirring my mind up. One night on stage with Will and his father, Sammy went to a joke store. I don't even remember where it was, but I think one of them was I think it even started in Hawaii, but I'm not quite sure about that. But very soon after that, Sammy went to a joke store and he bought a fake cigar, about that long, obviously a big fake cigar at a trick store. And he started impersonating
Groucho?
what's her name, one on one for the show.
It's not Groucho?
The acting family.
Fillmore's?
I want to, no.
Yeah,
So the one I want her to play my.
Barrymore.
Barrymore.
John Barrymore.
He started to do an impersonation of Barrymore with a cigar, and so on and so forth. Well, Will Maston called him off and said, "No, never again. You can't do that. You cannot impersonate a white person." But Sammy had a thing about listening to people sing, and he could pick up their voices like that. The funny thing about that, and he could impersonate anyone. That's what he went into. That's what started Sammy's singing career. He wasn't a singer, he was a dancer. It was singing the, you need to change something?
No, you're good. Just focus.
So Sammy started impersonating the people that were easy for him. Nat King Cole, by the way, one of Sammy's best friends, along with my father's client. But Will was absolutely against that because Will grew up in the old world. He grew up in what it was. When still parts of the United States still is. But he couldn't do that. But that gave him another avenue. And as we went along, and it didn't take long, that Sammy became a really good dancer, good enough to separate himself. This is my phraseology, to separate himself a little bit from his dad and his uncle. Neither one could dance like he does. And then it became Sammy Davis Jr. and the Will Maston Trio. Okay? That's how that came about.
When did that start?
Pretty early.
Were you with them at that point?
Oh yeah. I used to hear all the fights between the family fights because I was, in fact, a member of the family. All the family. Mama, who ruled the world. Mama, that would be Sammy's grandmother. She ruled the world. She ruled that roost. Trust me, she did. You say something wrong with her house, and she'd hit you alongside your face with a wooden spoon. That was her thing. She carried it with her wherever she went. And if you say anything wrong, because she was Catholic, you say anything wrong, Mama would straighten you out as quickly, and you could be Will, or you could be his Sam Sr. She would straighten you out in a minute if you weren't dressed right or didn't speak right properly. All right. I want to get back to the Fort Lee, New Jersey. That was the big job. That was the biggest step. New York, the Latin Casino in Fort Lee, New Jersey, so on and so forth. That was a big show. I mean, that was Sammy's step into the big world of show business because that was a very popular club. all the stars came with. I mean, Tony Martin was a headliner, who is really a bad person, but that's another story for another time. That's where it started. Now,
Did you know that Sammy was a star when you met him?